That applies when you're dealing with multifamily, you're raising huge capitals, you're offering securities such as notes or shares of an entity. In this case, you're not. A private lender is just someone who's a person I know. We have what's called a pre-existing relationship. So if you have a pre-existing relationship with someone, and that's up for air. Generally speaking, you need to have a relationship with that person within 30 days to be considered a pre-existing relationship. So Brad and I had a pre-existing relationship well past 30 days, and we just had a promissory note in which he's just a lender. He has no equity. So the SEC deals with equity. He will have no equity in it. It's just a note, promissory note. So no, they wouldn't apply the SEC regulation.
But don't you have to notify them of the risk and that they possibly could not get none of their money back? We deal with it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And so what I do as well, so there's many ways in which you can make the lender feel safe in regards to the investment. So outside of saying, hey, this is the performance of the assets, this is how you get paid. Hey, here's some other information about the property, the cash flow. Hey, this is my job. I also use my patient to repay you. And last and certainly not least, worst case scenario, you can file a judgment against me.
Right.
We have a promissory note. That's why I say you can have an attorney involved or use a notary. You can file a judgment. And this is what I use as a negotiation tactic. Hey, but I keep my credit looking pretty. I have excellent credit. Why on earth would I tarnish my pretty credit, my great FICO score, for this one small loan of $10,000? It's how you negotiate, how you pitch it. Great question.
But the person I know particularly, they was raising money and they had that problem. But anyway, I guess it was the people like over 60 years old was cashing out their IRAs or whatever, and they was investing in real estate deals. And they did exactly that. They filed a judgment against them in U.S. federal court. So that's why I say I kind of shied away from that because I just didn't know if that was something to be done outside of, probably need to consult with a lawyer though.
Most definitely.
Yeah, probably. But my second question was this: did you have a problem with going to family and friends with the promissory note? This is the issue I got. I own a lot of property in Detroit, and every time I go to somebody, they know I move and I shake. But the thing about it is they can't see that short-term return, that long-term return, even if it's in 30, 60 days on their money. I don't know if it's the people I'm going to, but I went to other business people promising large returns and everything, and I just had issues at that time.
In regard to family, as of today, they've lent me zero.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is how it is. This is how it is. But as you heard in the conversation, I had to reach out to my landlord.
Right.
And then my landlord's nephew.
Right.
They have the money.
Okay.
And I will also give you guys another tidbit as well. In New York City, I would go to Columbia University alumni events. Am I alumni of Columbia University? No. But I would go there just to meet people, shake their hands, and tell them, hey, I'm a real estate investor. Oh, really? I work for the stock exchange, New York Stock Exchange. Oh, yeah, I love it. And that's how you can raise capital as well. So you just have to increase your network. That's all it is. If your family doesn't have a network, that's fine. Go someone else. I don't need this stuff.
I'm just going to say you're spending a lot of time talking about this, but the advent of crowdfunding kind of puts that in a different category, and it seems like letting off a type of crowdfunding where you don't owe it back. You can give a reward system, or there's lots of different ways that you can get people to invest. So, I don't know.
It's just a promissory note in which you're giving that person an interest rate point. It's a document that says, hey, these are the terms. You provide me with $10,000. I provide you with a 10% interest rate, 2 points. And these are the payments, the scheduled payments, and that's it. But it's not crowdfunding because I'm just reaching out to one individual.
Right, but you can still do that through, you can make that an option in crowdfunding, and you're not wasting your time. I mean, to reach out to 20 people, to reach out to 20,000 people and offer either, hey, this is a good deal, watch, fellow whatever do it, or hey, do it like a little mini timeshare. You come here, I'll give you a personal tour, whatever. Where you're going, we're doing good in the world, we're changing, whatever it is. And then, a loan is part of that as well, as is equity. I mean, there's different tiers in crowdfunding.
That's a
So
great
it might
question.
take you like a month to reach 15 people. It will take you 3 days to reach 15,000.
That's a great point. But it just goes back to the point, if you're just throwing it out, who's going to want to embark with a huge ordeal like this if you have no experience? If you reach out to family, friends, and colleagues, then that can work. Okay. All right, any other questions before we move on? No final questions on the main lenders?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, so the next one. Reading my lines, please.
Owner financing, aka seller financing, seller carryback, seller assist. Owner providing financing for the asset she selling as a mortgage second position.
Thank you. Okay, so while my legs are still propped up, I knew that I could get 80% of the money that I needed for an investment property from a mortgage company. But that still leaves a 20% down payment. So if I had a family or friend who were willing to lend me $10,000, $20,000, it might not be enough for a multifamily property. Multifamily properties can be somewhat expensive. So then I realized, well, how else can I finance this deal, this property, 100%? Owner financing. As Bradford just mentioned, owner financing is synonymous with seller carryback. It's also synonymous with owner financing. It's a situation in which the owner still has equity in the deal as a second mortgage, second lien position. The primary lien holder is the mortgage company. For example, we use Bank of America. But the owner will be the second lien position. Second mortgage, junior mortgage, all these terms are synonymous. And the seller will be willing to do this in return for an interest rate. And I offer 0 points, just an interest rate. And so oftentimes when you negotiate this with the seller, they have reservations as well. Well, why should I hold a note with you? Are you broke? If you can't afford this property in the first place, why on earth would I sell it to you? So you always got to think about the other person's perspective in negotiation. So I always lead with the answer. So when I'm pitching a deal to a seller, I normally like to work with retirees who are willing to unload their inventory, move to Florida, just kick back and relax while I buy the property. So I say, hey, you don't want this property on your hands, you're a retired landlord. Allow me to purchase it from you with seller financing. Hey, but I know what you're thinking. That's one of the number one things I always say in negotiation. So I always want them to know, I understand both sides of the coin, but I have to answer for it. Hey, I know what you're thinking. What happens if I default? Well, Mr. Seller, prior to negotiations, I provided you with a copy of my credit report. I will not charge my credit report for any deal. Secondly, I also showed you I have the money in the bank. I'm just entertaining other deals at the moment. And I just don't want to spread myself too thin with just this one deal. I want to be able to use some of my proceeds for this deal and use your seller financing and use the rest of my proceeds for another deal. So I'm not broke. And third, if I happen to default, guess what? You get to foreclose on me. So you get to take this property back for just a 10% ownership, because that's how you structure your deal. 80% comes from the mortgage company, 10% comes from the seller, and the other 10% can come from the personnel, their main lenders. And it's very easy to negotiate seller financing as long as you use the right wording for it. And you may hold the seller financing for a period of time. What I normally negotiate is a 10-year amortization, meaning the time it takes to pay it off, but a balloon of 5, meaning I'll pay you the full principal at the end of 5 years. And I always negotiate a low interest rate of 5% for the seller, and it's always accepted, just because of the way I present it. Any questions about the second letter, owner financing? Sounds a little complicated? Sounds like I get it.
Sounds like you did your homework.
Oh, I do it. Yeah, that's what I do all the time. Negotiating financing.
How long have you been negotiating financing?
Seller financing?
Seller financing.
Specifically? For about 3 years now. So that was the first issue I ran into. When I was buying properties early on, I was just using my savings primarily. or I'll tap into my personal retirement account. But eventually, all those sources will get tapped out, run out of money. So then I had to think about other ways that I could finance it. And when my leg was propped up, I would do a lot of research. I had a lot of time on my hands to do this research. And that was one of the tools that helped me obtain 100% financing, seller financing for 10%. And many people ask me to come on YouTube, so I get a lot of comments. They say, hey, well, why don't you do more? Why don't you do 100%? Multifamily, the mortgage lenders will only allow that seller to hold a 10% note. If it was 15, I'd do 15. If it was 20, I'd do 20. But unfortunately, they set it at 10%. Any other questions? Or just trying to mull it over in your head? So the name of the game is 100% financing. If you are able to obtain an asset, a real estate property, with 100% financing, there's no limit to how many deals you can do. If you finance it 100% and you're making money off of that, cash flow, passive income, income that you receive on a consistent basis when real estate was required, you can buy as many properties as you want. You can do whatever you please with your time. And that's pretty much the tagline for a company, is earn passively, live passionately. When you earn passively through your rental portfolio or whatever your vehicle of choice may be, that frees up your time to pursue your passions. It's difficult for you to pursue your passions if you're at a job that you don't like, assuming that you're at a job that you don't like. Patrick.
The only caveat for the whole thing is you gotta have positive cash flow from the rent versus your debt, so that's
Absolutely.
the key.
Absolutely. And that brings up a great point, Pat. So there's 3 criteria for investing. 3 criteria. First criteria, it has the cash flow. If you guys are familiar with cash flow, cash flow is the net that you receive in your pocket. The income minus all the expenses, minus all the debt service, meaning the debt that you borrowed to service this asset, as well as reserves. You got to set aside money for vacancy issues and for vacancies as well as for maintenance. Because occasionally, a tenant by mistake may pour cement out your toilet. It happens. I don't know how it happens, but it happens. And occasionally, it might be the 4th week of the month, and the tenant may forget to pay your rent. It happens. But if you set aside reserves for those things, then you're fine. Yes, but that's important. It's predicated upon the asset cash flow. So that's the first criteria. Second criteria, you have to get the asset with 100% finance. If you're able to be an entrepreneur, not a self-employed person, and finance this asset 100%, it doesn't require you. The 2 main responsibilities when you get a property 100% finance is always get access to deals and always get access to capital. Everything else is outsourced. Third criteria, I'll say your question. Third criteria is equity. You have to improve the value. Once you improve the value by buying it with built-in equity, meaning if it's worth $100,000, you get it under contract for $80,000, you have $20,000 built-in equity. Second way you're going to improve the value is forcing appreciation. It might be underperforming. The rents may be $550 a month, but you realize the market rent is actually $625. Increase the rents, you increase the income, you increase the value of the asset. And last, the third one is the natural appreciation of that market. As long as we're not in a recession, we still bank off that third area. Yes.
I was kind of lost my train of thought. But anyway, what I was going to say was, I'm for sure when you jumped off boards and you started doing this solar financing, you said you did a lot of research. I've been doing a lot of research. I follow you on YouTube, Instagram, everything. But the whole thing is, what I was trying to say was that I know you made some mistakes, or you had to run into some, there was a learning curve somewhere.
Oh,
You
that's
just
excellent,
had,
bro.
you just had all the hits. I'm for sure you didn't just have all hits when you just jumped into it and started.
The major mistakes I've made starting out early on was in property management. In regard to the numbers, you have to be very precise when using debt, when using finance. Like I like to use the analogy of a knife. A knife can kill someone or it can heal someone depending how you use it. If you use it as a killer would, they use it haphazardly. It can kill the deal. Right? You can take the deal with you. But if you use it with precision, like a surgeon with a scalpel, it can save life and otherwise save your deal. So if you're using financing, seller financing, a promissory note through a main lender and other sources, you have to be precise with your calculations. Okay. All right, so the next letter.
And net business income, AKA business profits, cash flow, bottom line. Money left over after all bills are paid.
Net business income. So many of you guys have heard of wholesaling real estate, or you might have heard of flipping real estate. Well, in my opinion, that's like running a business. It's not passive income, it's active income. If you don't flip, you don't eat. If you don't wholesale, you don't eat. However, if you're strategic in using your proceeds from your flipping and from your wholesaling to roll that over and to obtain a buy and hold property, then that's a good thing. So that's the third way you can use capital. And that's what I use for my online business. The proceeds I use from the online business, I roll that over into real estate. So it's like this. A business creates massive. Thanks for watching the video. We appreciate your viewership. By the way, guys, make sure you subscribe to 100percentfinance.com. We have a plethora of tools that can help you succeed financially. We have a report on credit repair, 3 tips on how you can improve your FICO score. We also have a business credit ebook. We have a ton of real estate related documents, from deal analyzers to a mortgage calculator, a whole bunch of resources. You just have to subscribe. And one last thing, don't want to forget, we are offering free live webinars to answer your questions. This is only made available to our website subscribers. So you have to subscribe to 100percentfinance.com to receive the details as to the date, the time, and the call-in information for the webinars to answer your credit repair, business credit, or business funding needs, as well as your real estate related questions. Thank you guys again for watching, and subscribe.